Ready? Hi, I'm Jim Cramer, founder of This Street, and I'm here with Dan Dicker, our energy expert. We're talking about the fact that oil has been percolating, going up. I don't know why. Dan, what's the story here?
Well, what's happening, Jim, is that what we've had is a pretty sticky price on global oil, which is represented by Brent. But what's been happening is that very slowly but surely, WTI has been catching up to Brent. And there's a couple of reasons why. One that I think is a reason is that rail as a source of moving crude has become just a tremendous exploding process. And that has taken a lot of these extra surplus crudes from Canada, from the Bakken, from Eagle Ford, from those tight oil plays that are going all through that center part of the country, and they've been able to move it east, they've been able to move it west, they've been able to get it somewhere besides the Gulf Coast. That's exactly right.
Maybe we always thought it was being alleviated by Seaway, but you're telling me it's being alleviated by rail.
But they're working on Seaway too. Seaway was not the kind of thing where you turn a spigot the other way, but that's what people thought. And this was a multi-month process to get the logistics right for Seaway. Seaway is also really starting to take hold and move crudes out, and the refiners down in the Gulf Coast are starting to export more and more gasoline. So slowly but surely what we have is a turnaround, not fast.
It's also not what we want. We want Brent to go down. Well, just for the point of the view of the consumer.
I assume, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, because Brent really represents a gas price that people pay at the pump. But for right now, what happens is that as WTI catches up with Brent prices, those producers who are dealing in specific domestic crudes are the E&P companies you really want to look at.
Names, give me some.
Well, I mean, if you're going into the Bakken, definitely Continental is one to look
that's
at.
Doing well. We got the divorce issue, but
EOG, which has just been a monster. I've recommended it for a very long time, and I think we'll talk about, for example, we'll talk about Halcon, which I think is another one that's in very interesting
let me ask
places.
you about
Lots
the
of other places. Oasis. We could talk about a lot of companies that are doing this.
I saw Eagle Ford.
Anadarko.
Anadarko, APC just going up. They also have Brazil play.
Exactly.
But I saw Eagle Ford up 50%, 50% year over year in production, and that is just EOG's sweet spot.
That's exactly right. And they're getting the efficiencies that are running through some of these plays are now getting to a point where they're getting stuff out of the ground so much cheaper than they were even 6 months ago. And again, as WTI prices start to rise, you're going to see those outperform. Those E&P players who are in the Eagle Ford, who are in the Bakken, who are in the Utica, and getting liquids out, those are the ones who are going to perform.
One last question. Natural gas back to 4. Totally separate market, doesn't matter?
Yeah, at this point, I really like a better, it's much more exciting than where it was under 2. I will admit to that, but again, I'm not ready to pull the trigger on natural gas. I think there's so much time to get this right. Now, the rig counts are low enough where there could be a turnaround in price, where there really is a place for them to grow at this point in natural gas, and I think it's going to happen. But it's not something I want to catch a falling knife on, and I don't have to, especially when the other side, the liquid side, is still hot as a pistol.
All right, Dan Dicker, thank you so much. I'm Jim Cramer. We're doing energy videos every Wednesday, so you got to keep coming back. Stay with us.